So there's not a day that goes by where somebody doesn't come to my DMs or ask me on an IG Live if they should be using the popular retail trading app called Robinhood to invest their money. And always I say, not a chance. And here's exactly why. I'm going to spill the tea on exactly why Robinhood is actually predatory and they're not out for your best interest. So let's start with the premise of their marketing campaign in their name itself, Robinhood. Someone that takes money from the rich people to help the poor people. What they're trying to apply is that the retail investor has been forgotten about and all these big bad institutional investors are kind of dominating the market. So they're here for your best interest. But are they? I don't think so. And here's exactly why. So it's very well known that most of their marketing dollars actually go towards inexperienced investors, which kind of makes sense based on their premise, but here's a little bit more of the story as to why they do that. So there's a lot of news stories on Robinhood publicly, but this is a pretty scary one. They actually allowed one customer to make 12,700 trades in just 6 months. You don't have to know much about investing or trading to understand that's excessive. For one person to make 12,700 financial decisions in a 6-month period, that is unethical and they're not looking out for your best interest. But it's interesting. Last time I checked, they have over 13 million accounts and they claim that their trading is free, but I don't think that's the case because this big regulatory body called FINRA, the regulatory body of the financial services industry that protects the people, Robinhood actually paid them $1.25 million to settle some claims. Robinhood was actually sued for not giving the people the best price in the market. So let me explain exactly what this is. It's called payment order flow. So when Robinhood actually claims they're a free trading platform or have no commissions, let's talk about how this actually works. So there's this really popular book called 48 Laws of Power, and one of the laws specifically states there is no free lunch. There's always something on the back end of free. This is exactly what's happening here at Robinhood. So payment order flow is when a broker dealer like a Robinhood meets with a wholesale market maker, an in-between guy, to go publicly buy the stock or the order that was placed by the customer. So what happens is that you as a customer go in and place an order of a trade. Let's say you want to buy Apple for $100. Robinhood is then going to send that data to this wholesale market maker. That wholesale market maker is going to go try to buy Apple for a cheaper price than what you placed it at. And if they do, they pocket the difference. Is that looking out for you or is that looking out for them? What do you think? So let's say, for example, I ask Robinhood to buy Apple stock for $100. Robinhood transfer that data to the wholesale market maker, and that wholesale market maker finds Apple's stock price to trade at $99. So there's a $1 gap. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's extremely expensive with time, and that's a significant fee and a significant burden to the investor, especially the retail investor. And in fact, Robinhood 10x their profits in 1 year from 2019 to 2020 from $69 million in revenue from this specific payment order flow all the way to $687 million in 2020. They're not the only broker that does this, by the way. There's other brokers that do this, but this is something to be aware of if you're using Robinhood when you can easily go into open market and get the actual legitimate pricing. And it's real interesting. There was a Massachusetts lawsuit, one of many, where Robinhood approved 68% of Massachusetts residents to be options traders on their actual platform. 68% of those people had limited or no investing experience. That's extremely concerning. And honestly, if you want to really compare it this way, it's basically like an insurance agency going into giving a 16-year-old keys to a Lamborghini, expecting a bad event to occur to where the insurance agency will profit. That's exactly what Robinhood's doing here. No responsible parent would give a kid at 16 keys to Lamborghini before they know how to drive because they know there's a crash or a bad wreck waiting to happen. But you got to think, if an insurance agency was able to give a 16-year-old those keys, they might be incentivized to make some profit and give those keys away and claim it's to help the little guy. Oh, they've also blocked trading multiple times where the sell button just magically doesn't work. Why is that? Or maybe their daily newsletter called Robinhood Snacks, where it encourages frequent trading. And if anybody knows the detail behind investing and trading and what makes a successful investor, they all know the classic study at Fidelity where the most successful investors at Fidelity were dead people and inactive people. You don't make money trading. It is a very well-known fact that the retail investor is a big loser in that game. So giving people the option to be options traders or to make 12,700 trades in 6-month periods, to think that that will help the retail investor is extremely concerning. It also tells me where Robinhood's interest truly lies. It's on the P&L, not your profits. But one of the worst things about this app is way more than what I just shared. It's actually the casino practices that they allow on their app. And they've spent a lot of dollars to understand how casinos operate, and then they go apply it to their app. So let's walk through 5 different ways they apply casino practices in their app. So number 1 is they celebrate everything. Someone created an account, Throw some confetti, why not? Took the core action of your product, have a signature notification sound, why not? You shared your product with a friend, send them a reward. This positive reinforcement encourages to keep taking those actions. It also lets you know you appreciate them using the app and you're looking out for them. Number 2 is they highlight trends. And by doing this, it achieves 2 specific things. 1, it dangles the dream outcome, the max profit potential. And number 2, it simplifies decisions. You can just follow the crowd. This is what the trend's doing. People are looking to others for information about what is right or what's good to do in a given situation. And the social proof of people buying a stock is the same as people recommending a product. Monkey see, monkey do. Number 3 is color theory. It doesn't take a genius to figure out green equals money, wealth, and a sense of calm. Red actually means failure, danger, or stop. It's kind of like our streetlights, red, yellow, and green. And so that's exactly why they swapped out the color red for the color orange, which gives off optimism and energy. So look through your app store right now. You'll see 99% of apps avoid using a bright red color. Even Tinder has a soft red gradient. Red gets people to stop. Green gets people to go. Number 4 is keep things moving. People's attention spans are super short, as you guys know, but even a slight update on the screen keeps them interested. So Robinhood does this in 2 ways: dramatic price shifts and also pulsating graph indicators. Not to mention, Natasha Dow-Scholl, a gambling addiction and design expert, interesting enough, was interviewed for this, says the constant motion builds urgency. It also keeps us guessing, anticipating every movement. When you're watching the stock you bought in real time go up, you're thinking about all the money you're about to make with a big smile on your face. You're proud of yourself for making that investment decision. And even if the stock is going down, you still watch it with a heart full of hope that it can't possibly go down anymore, can it? And what does Robinhood care whether you're watching in joy or in horror? The job is to keep you on the app, and that's exactly what they're doing. And number 5 is instant gratification. The theme of every tech product there is out there is to give you quick win. Enter the price, swipe up, voila. The order is done. No keyboard, no time for second thoughts, just invest your money. And so with that being said, those 5 things are so critical to understanding what they're actually doing to your human psychology. They are preying upon you. Everything Robinhood does is preying upon you. And this is precisely why I don't care about an investing app. I use Vanguard and Fidelity specifically for my investments, also Carry for my solo 401k. And honestly, guys, I never use my app at all. Sometimes I check it for a specific reason, but I'm not on my app actively buying and selling. All my investments are automated. It's all a very boring process, and it should be a boring process if you want real success. If you become victimized of a Robinhood type of app or another trading platform, or you're just trading in general, you're going to get victimized, as we all know. It is a very, very slippery slope that you're operating on, and I don't want you guys to get hurt. My goal is to expose the industry and tell the truth. This is not going to help you invest money. Sure, is it better than nothing if you've never invested in your life? Yes. You could easily download Fidelity. You could easily download Charles Schwab. Just as simple. And I'm going to put a video in the top right-hand corner as to the pros and cons of the 3 brokerage houses I just listed, because I'd rather you start with one of those guys versus a Robinhood. Not to mention, when somebody comes to me and tells me that they're using Robinhood, I instantly know they're a beginner investor, because most experienced investors aren't using Robinhood. The marketing dollars of Robinhood, again, like I said in the beginning, aren't being pushed to experienced investors. I don't think I've ever actually seen an ad for Robinhood personally, because I'm not being marketed, because I'm actually building real wealth. But this is getting people very amped up, learning how to invest, especially since the pandemic. Everybody's really interested to invest, and it's great. It's awesome. But do it the right way and stop getting victimized by places like Robinhood. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next Monday.